is up, Gear Squad? Chain Gear here, bringing you another video, and today we are back with GearCast. Episode crap. Completely forgot to check what episode this is. Do you know what episode it is?
From my understanding, from what you just said, it's episode crap.
Episode crap. What's up, guys? I have no idea. Probably 22, maybe? 22 or 23.
I just turned off my phone. I can't check. I'm 20, professional.
22 or 23.
It's amazing. We've been doing this for like 15 years. We're at episode 396. It's amazing, guys. I love the dedication.
So as you guys can see, this is very different. Very, very different. We've been doing things different since the beginning of time. Yeah. You know, we started with apologies every single time. I don't do that anymore. I don't apologize for what I do. But, you know, in the very beginning, we recorded things and, like, tried to put, you know, background games and stuff into it. And then we just recently started doing live streaming.
Yes.
We would live stream it. I like the live streaming. I like the live streaming because you guys can be, you know, involved. But I think we might do like special live streaming episodes. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just like tell us, hey, do you want it live streamed or not? Like, you know, I think we're going to do more GearCast plays. We'll get into why. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not by myself. Obviously, there's loyal co-host Vampire Peaches in the flesh. It's a double joke, but it's kind of difficult because like Vampire Peaches, like vampires bite into flesh.
I was gonna go into this horrible, long, unfunny tangent of how like we mastered that I'm actually like a hologram. Like, what was that? Yeah. No, I'm actually here. I can't imagine like, oh god, and it becomes this whole other show.
Same place, and he'll be here basically forever.
Yeah.
Not in this house, but he lives kind of and works kind of and goes to school definitely here in the Boston area, Cambridge area, which is where I live. So hopefully we can do these GearCasts all the time in the same place.
Oh yeah.
Maybe do some GearCast plays all the time in the same place.
Oh yeah.
And possibly even some Peaches picks in the same place.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also here with someone else. If you guys saw my most recent, the best video of all time, my most recent video, we made a mac and cheeseburger. When I say we, I mean this guy made the mac and cheeseburger. This is Anthony, otherwise known as I'm Taxi on Steam.
Oh, I thought you were Gene from Bob's Burgers.
If anyone watches Bob's Burgers.
I don't watch Bob's Burgers.
Shout out to Ballistic Phoenix because he keeps telling me to watch an episode of it and I won't do it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But today we're going to talk about two different things. One is what this means that we're all in the same place. And two, we're going to talk about Anthony, because you guys have no idea who this is. The only thing you know about Anthony, I'm Taxi, Eintaxi, right?
Yes.
On Steam and on Discord if you guys want to join my Discord server, but we'll talk about that another time. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting. So let's start off with Anthony, because you guys literally have no idea who he is. He is my roommate. Literally only met him 3 months ago.
Pretty much.
3 months ago. And it worked out really well because we're both gamers. We're both gamers. We like a lot of the same games for a lot of the same reasons. We'll talk about some of the games that we both play together. Well, like one actually together, the other one like kind of just at the same time. And we'll also talk about, and this is kind of your first time really meeting Anthony. This guy came in yesterday.
I'm learning as much about Anthony as you guys are right now.
So this will be good. This will be good. So let's start off. Let's just kind of put it all at ground level and talk about what we've all been doing recently, and that way we can kind of open up the discussion. Myself starting, I've been playing a little game that some of you may have heard of, and I know the internet has heard of because it's extremely divisive for some reason. No Man's Sky.
I thought you were going to say Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight.
I've been playing Shovel Knight, actually.
Shovel Knight's a good game. Good name.
When you don't have internet and you have your Vita, and it's just sitting there, you're like, yeah.
No Man's Sky, you guys have heard of that because the last podcast we did, we talked about exploring space. And we were like, yeah, we're pretty excited about this. We want to see what it's about. We'll go into our thoughts about it. We'll go into our thoughts about it, things like that. But I've basically been playing that game. I've been playing my PC a lot more, surprisingly. And I played, what was that game called? I don't know if you remember what it was. It's fun. I really want you to play it. What?
Lynchdom?
Yeah, Lynchdom Battle Mage. This game came out for the PS4 and the Xbox One, was terrible, but it's been on PC for a long time.
It's like first person like thing where you're shooting magic. It's like a shoot 'em up with magic.
Basically, imagine Skyrim's magic system on crazy steroids.
Whoa.
It's really fun. I really like it. It's very like repetitive and stuff, but just the fact that you know you're going to keep getting stronger and you just keep blasting people with awesome magic is a lot of fun.
Why does it suck on consoles compared to PC?
Bad port. Like it's literally just like laggy, doesn't work. Like it's that Digital Foundry. If you guys don't know Digital Foundry, if you guys are into technology, like especially when it comes to gaming, go ahead and go over to Digital Foundry. They do like technology kind of, they talk about the stuff behind the game. So like they'll talk about like frames per second and like the resolutions of specific games and drop rates and stuff like that. They literally were like, this is the worst game of all time on the new generation of consoles. So which is really unfortunate because the game is a lot of fun and should have worked really well on consoles.
That's a shame.
I still play with my DualShock 4 though, so definitely worth it. So that's what I've been playing mostly. Play a little bit of Paragon, which we'll talk about, and that's mostly it, though. I'd like to play... Oh, we play Overwatch still. I still play Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. When you said that you're going to be playing more on your PC, I'm like, well, I'm here for about 2 weeks, so kiss that. Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll be playing a couple different things. Hopefully we can get some good GearCast plays in there, 100%. Some good commentary, maybe talk to you guys about how we like some games, some small like reviews or previews or something like that. Peaches, what have you been playing recently? Since we last talked.
Well, since we last talked, I've been in a situation where I didn't have internet until literally last night when I moved up here, living with you guys. So I hopped back into Fallout 4. I think I mentioned before that I was playing a bit more Fallout 4 to try to hop back onto that platinum.
Right.
And I gave up because the settlement system is still broken and bugged and stupid. So I've just been playing more Dark Souls. But I'm more excited to talk about what I just downloaded on my PS4. So I'm actually going to play Beat Journey.
Nice.
That's one of my goal games for the 2 weeks that I'm here. Hyper Light Drifter, which I cannot express how excited I am to play because that is just like the most gorgeous thing that I've seen besides No Man's Sky that I want to jump into. And I'm a DC Comics fanboy. And it's been really tough being a DC Comics fanboy with all these crap movies. But now we have a Telltale game for Batman, and I cannot wait because everyone says that it's the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Papa Cheese. I'm so excited.
I would like to put that on the channel. I think.
What?
I think that'd be cool.
Me playing Batman?
Yeah.
Well, go in the comments and know if you want to hear me play Batman because. Prepare for some really obnoxious trivia over story exposition. Be like, oh, this is really interesting because since Roger Craig Smith is reprising his role, he was also Batman Arkham Origins, which...
Never mind. Yeah, I personally, I don't like Telltale games. Like, I don't like playing them, but I love watching them. And if there's one person I'd like to watch play, it'd probably be you. So we'll see. We might just capture the footage and then maybe like do a little bit of an intro and an outro for you guys and let me know what you guys think about that. But definitely put it in the comment section below if you're interested, because I know I'm gonna watch it. So if you guys
what kind of Batman will I be?
You
have to stay tuned.
You should just go like complete badass, like kill everybody.
Well, like Batfleck?
Never mind. All right, so
he just ignored. Like
you should be a saint and never touch anyone. And I don't know. I'm over it. Okay. So anything else?
I need to go back into Prison Architect because that's something that like, needed to be updated, and that's something that I really enjoy. I'm not very good at it, but I love the idea of building. I just love building stuff, and I actually love being able to manage stuff. But the thing is,
really into the private prison industry.
Yeah, so that's one of the best things about this country. I actually own a couple prisons on the side, and that's where I get my income. Because illustration's not working out.
That's good. It helps you understand the prison complex.
And they need more minority writers on Orange is the New Black, so I've been doing a bit more research on actual prison life by playing as a video game.
Hopefully that didn't go too far over your guys' head. So we will definitely get into games we want to play. That is actually pretty exciting, I think, for myself. And to talk a little bit more about Anthony, otherwise known as I'm Taxi, EINTAXI. Just trying to get everybody. You guys already know us, you know.
Ion, like an ion blaster.
No, it's
AEON, like a plane of existence.
It's EIN.
Ein.
For anyone that's ever seen the anime Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, snap!
Ein.
The dog's name is Ein. So Ein and then Taxi. So it's
like
literally
like taxi. like a taxi like a taxi cab.
What a weird, obscure thing to take, like, the corgi from Cowboy Bebop and put a taxi in it.
It's because it's actually literally just German for a taxi.
Okay. So I was right. Ein Taxi. One taxi.
Yes. Yes.
See, when you explain it like that, it makes Vampire Pizza sound a little less stupid, so that's why I'm giving you a hard time.
Or is it Ein Taxi, like Ein is driving the taxi, or Ein is the taxi?
If you want it to be.
I like that. Perception is reality, folks. Never forget.
Whoa. This blew my perception of everything.
You guys had no idea where this was going.
I mean, to anyone who's never seen Cowboy Bebop, that means nothing, but okay.
We've had a couple episodes about anime. Probably do more.
Seriously, one of the best animes that's ever existed.
Probably better on your podcast than mine. But, what have you recently been playing?
So, a few weeks ago, I was playing... I went through the whole Mass Effect trilogy again because it's awesome.
Sure. First time, basically the first time like we really met, like we really started to get to know each other. Like he came up to me, we had a conversation about games, and he was like, "Yeah, I actually just got the whole entire Mass Effect trilogy, and basically beat it in like the whole trilogy in
a week."
Yeah,
holy crap!
I don't know.
Yeah, basically very opposite of me.
Yeah,
like I can't beat a game. He beats 3 of them.
And also in the sense that...
And I did like everything.
You're the first on this channel to hop on... Well, not the first, but like it's really interesting because we're not big BioWare RPG fans mechanically. So like I would definitely love to sit down and be like, what works for you with that? But that'll be another time.
Mass Effect is just... The story. If anything, the story is just interesting.
Man, you like the multiplayer too, though,
Oh, yeah, and I played the multiplayer a little while. It's kind of frustrating, the loot system, but... It's still great.
We know a lot about frustrating loot systems in multiplayer games.
I've never actually played Destiny.
Some games!
Oh, Destiny.
Before I was playing Dark Souls 3, because I played all the Souls games.
Yeah, man. Oh, we could talk a lot about that.
Should get back into that, probably, if you got people to play with. What have I been playing? I was playing something else before I started playing No Man's Sky, I think.
Hot Tofu Boyfriend.
Yes.
I'd recommend that.
Yes. I love being a bird.
Actually, you're a girl trying to romance birds.
Whatever.
I'm trying to think of what you played. I mean, unless you're talking about aside from Paragon.
Oh, yeah. I started playing Paragon.
Started.
All right.
Here we go again. Here's another one. As you guys know, I'm actually a huge Paragon fan. I barely play the game, but I really enjoy it. Like I tell everybody, I actually believe open beta is coming
in a few days.
Yeah, if this drops today on Saturday, which probably won't, but if it does,
I don't remember what.
Then I think it comes out like on the 17th or something.
Maybe I have no excuse because it's also free for Plus subscribers.
Yeah. If you have PlayStation Plus, you should already get it. It really is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Find a group to play with. It's hard because if you don't know how to play a MOBA. I do have a GearCast that will go up soon that myself and Elizabeth Kate did a long time ago about MOBAs. Maybe that will help you guys. And we wanted to get into MOBAs a lot more, but this channel kind of just has been all over the place because I moved and things. But it's definitely worth giving a shot. Yeah. I love the game.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Anthony jumped in and killed it. In a good way.
MOBA scared the crap out of me, so is it something easy that I can get into? The closest thing that I play the closest thing to a MOBA that I play is Overwatch.
So, it's very easy for me in terms of the MOBA gameplay mechanics because I played League of Legends for like 2 years.
So your skill set from other MOBAs translate easily into this.
Yeah. So I already understand like how to buy items and all that stuff. Okay. And then it's kind of just like...
Yeah, well, once you know a MOBA, you know a MOBA. Like, a MOBA really is a genre, so I think that definitely helps. But I think even like if you know Overwatch, like if I tell you... And you play Overwatch with me. And so when I say I'm like, dude, go down the middle lane, or like take right, or like we need a tank over here. Like those are things I get from playing MOBAs. So I think, since you're here, I think it would be cool to have you, me, Dave, and you probably like play Paragon. And
I'll give anything a shot once.
Yeah, like teach you how to kind of play and like because it's a lot. I think it's a lot of fun, especially like just playing co-op like against bots can be fun. Like because you get to learn it and you're not gonna lose. Unless, like, everybody leaves.
You're just going to have all of your kills stolen by me, but it's okay.
Basically. Burnock runs out of the jungle. Shout out to Assassin / Mexican, because hopefully he'll be on the podcast soon. We did start talking about that. This guy, he's going from 0 to 100 real quick. He's one of the best subs that I have for sure.
Juke Fruit, don't get jealous. I can feel your anger right now, but don't worry.
Yeah, but Mexican has been around for a while. Always tells me to make taco videos. I will. Don't worry. Actually, honestly,
new sandwich video.
The next video we might do for sandwich videos maybe tacos.
I would like to be the official taste test.
We could do that. But shout out to him. He's always telling me to play Paragon. Still have yet to really get to play with him much, but he's pretty good. Always tells me new stuff that's coming out when a new character drops. But yeah, Paragon. I don't want to spend too much time on that. So Paragon. Now you're playing No Man's Sky. I think this is a good time to segue a little bit. We're going to alienate you for a little bit, but we're not going to spoil anything either.
I'm going to ask a fair bit of vague questions.
So this is important because
get some great vague answers.
Yes.
We recently started playing No Man's Sky. And as you guys may or may know, the internet is all over the place with this. Some people say it sucks. Some people say it's the best.
Not unlike Suicide Squad. By the way, it's bad.
That's a little bit different. Suicide Squad overall is bad.
Garbage.
Yeah, but if you take a look at the ratings for No Man's Sky, they're kind of all over the place, and it's a little complex to really figure out what's going on. And it really depends on who you watch and who you trust. And so I'm kind of doing this because I want you guys to know how I feel about it, how a fellow gamer feels about it, and then you guys can kind of come up with your own opinion. But no matter what, I would definitely just take a look at gameplay before you start listening to tons of reviews.
Absolutely.
It's kind of crazy, and you probably already know how I feel about the game just by the way I'm speaking about it. I really enjoy the game. I've only played the game for, like, I don't know, 6 hours? Yeah, 6 hours maybe, maximum.
Yeah. I played more.
Yeah, I've only played 6 hours, and I'm really enjoying it already. You've probably played, 12 maybe? 24?
I don't know what sleep is.
He's probably played a lot more than I have.
More.
So, and you spent a lot of that time on your first planet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I spent...
all of it.
That's what I like to hear.
Maybe half of how much I've played so far, probably half of that was on just one single planet.
Yeah. So let's dial back for a second. No Man's Sky, if you guys don't know what it is, which you should, but, go ahead and take a look at some trailers, whatever. Again, I would be careful about the reviews, but No Man's Sky is an exploration space game. You start on a planet. I won't even really give you much information about that because it's not worth really spoiling any of it. The less you know about the game, the better, but at the same time, temper your expectations to understand that it's this. It's space exploration. It's not space exploration at its finest. It's not like you can do everything, but it's a lot of fun. If you're curious about worlds, if you're curious about universes and lore, this is a really great place to dive into.
So may I jump in with something?
Sure.
So this is what I thought from the second I saw the initial trailer, what I thought No Man's Sky is and what I want it to be. Because everyone was saying that this is going to be the be-all, end-all video game. You're going to be able to explore an entire universe. This is what I want. I love looking at the different designs of, art in general. I just love art in games. So, I spend a lot of time, exploring each and every single environment in every game that I play. Dark Souls is perfect for me. Because I'm this whole thing is just, Berserk inspired, and I get to look at all this different architecture and look at pull from different narratives at different spots in the lore. So, having an entire universe of that, me being able to go around and, tinker around and look at different aliens and look at different plant life and stuff, that's literally all I need. If I'm able to, get supplies and, make my ship awesome and see more and more stuff, that's literally all I need. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, and I think that this is what's important. Let me know what you think about this. But I recently just started. I think that's the great. If you go in with that mindset, you'll be surprised. You'll find things and you'll be like, I thought that this game was this. I think a lot of people come into the game thinking, like you said, this is the best. This is going to be the game that takes over the world, and it's everything. And that's not true. I was telling Anthony, I was like, a lot of people thought it was going to be Halo 3 with Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you talking? No.
That really doesn't make any sense. But here's the thing. I think it also has to do with what kind of gamer that you are. Because there are people that go up to us and we'll talk about, oh my god, the first season of The Walking Dead or The Last of Us is amazing from a story standpoint, right? People play and be like, meh. it has to do with your taste, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't like just basis of exploration, like combat, like being able to just explore around, this game obviously isn't for you.
Yeah.
So having someone on a high pedestal, or really like big name website being like, oh, this game was whatever because I thought it was this. You have to accommodate for their experience with the hype train, their taste in games. So as always, I always recommend this. Don't look at the number, read the review. Like, please just read.
I definitely I want to get on that, but before I do that, Anthony, why don't you tell us about like kind of your experience with it and and from the hype train standpoint? Like, as you know, myself and Peaches are a little bit more involved with the video game, like, you know, atmosphere in general. Like, when hype starts, we're like, there's hype somewhere, and we go find it. And then we like, you know, I mean, we saw the debut of No Man's Sky,
which was an incredible reveal. Holy crap!
Right, which really changes the narrative of, you know, like, this game is going. We thought the game was going to be everything. But we also been gaming for a long time and do a podcast about gaming, you know, so, you know, we are able to tamper our expectations easily, especially when Watch Dogs.
The thing is that we're a little bit jaded, a little bit.
Yeah. So, but for you, you know, how, when you first heard of the game all the way to now, you buying the game on PC, which is interesting because actually, before we even jump into that, you're a PC gamer.
Yes.
Which is a big thing to, you know, recognize. I myself, it's interesting, you kind of have this, like, PS4 only most of the time, PS4 most of the time, but also has a PC, like, built one for gaming. Then you have...
And then PC Master Race.
Yeah, period. Like, has no PS4...
I play Stardew Valley. Like, that's about...
Which is coming to PlayStation 4, which means you know he's going to stop playing it. Then get trophies. So now... So you're a PC guy. Interesting enough is that's one of the big things that people keep talking about is that on PC the game has a lot of issues. So tell us from the very beginning of how you started your journey with this game in terms of how you even heard about it, all the way to where you are now.
I don't know how I heard about it. I think I just saw like a gameplay trailer or something.
Sure.
Just saw a trailer.
Wow. Sure.
And I was like, wow, this looks awesome. Simple as that. And I dug deeper and watched a bunch of other videos on it. I'm a software engineer, so I saw at some conference one of the guys was doing a talk on the procedural art generation that they do, and I found that really fascinating. And I found all the
their equation of making this universe.
Yeah, and him just talking about going from like regular game art to procedurally generated art is just completely different, and it's just and it even got me into, like, literally I downloaded Unity 5 engine after hearing about this game to, like, start doing it was inspiring for me. Just seeing the possibility of procedural generation in general is amazing to me. So I saw that, I saw gameplay. I probably didn't follow it as much as you guys. Definitely didn't follow it as much as you guys. Wasn't necessarily even reading the blog posts. And I was hyped for it about like a year before it came out. I'd say, you know. And then I was just biding my time the whole time and just waiting for it.
Get a Mass Effect. Had to play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3.
I know. Something to just pass the time until those games.
I mean, yeah, I probably played like...
Dark Souls 3 came out.
Probably played like 15 games in between that.
Yeah.
And then when I got it...
which was yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago?
Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was like 2 days ago.
It's weird that it's out in general because this thing has been like sitting in the incubator for like ages. It's been at every conference until
3 years. 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was actually not sure whether or not I wanted to get it.
I was at work. I was at work, and it had already come out for me, and he had saw a little bit of it, and we were just kind of like fanboying out about it, just existing. And he messages me, and he's just like, "Hey, dude, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it or not. Like, today's the day." And then next message is like, "It's downloading right now." It's like nice.
No Man's Sky. I bought it 3 hours before it actually came out, so I did get the pre-purchase.
Yeah,
I got the ship from the pre-purchase.
Yeah.
So I got into the game. I don't want to spoil anything about how to get in the game, but it's very cool the way that they introduce you into the game.
Sure.
Can I say there's no start screen.
What do you mean?
There's just like opening credits.
Oh, all the producers. Oh, yeah.
There's just no start screen. It literally just puts you in the game, which I think is really cool. Yeah. Like, and when you leave the game, you quit the game, and you come back, you'll just be put back where you were.
Wow.
It's cool. It's really cool.
This is like stoking the fires of my Star Trek fantasy, just being cursed.
So, like, kind of like the loading screen is kind of like the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a little confusing at first. Like, I started the game up and I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Oh.
And then it just happens.
Very, very, actually, again, without trying to give away too much, it kind of reminds me of the intro to Destiny to some degree.
Yeah, I was saying this sounds very Destiny-ish.
Yeah.
Like in terms of its color palette.
When you start Destiny, you're kind of just like, you have Peter Dinklage at the time, gets up and he's like, oh, Guardian. And you're just kind of like, where am I? Obviously, you are at a specific planet that is yours, like completely undiscovered. You'll never wake up on a planet that has been discovered. So very interesting. But I think that was a good amount of information. That was good. I think a lot of you guys probably are kind of in a similar boat to Anthony because. Again, we are up on everything, right? Like, we're up on everything. Our radars are real wide and open. Like, we're constantly trying to figure out what's going on in the gamer sphere. As for you guys, though, you're probably playing Blacklight Retribution. You're probably playing Paragon. You're probably playing Call of Duty. And so, sitting down and being able to hear about a game that all of a sudden comes out, is it worth it or not? And so I think this is a good time to kind of...
I want to say, one thing.
Sure.
Read the blog posts. Read the blog post from Sean Murray.
He's the I guess
creative director.
Yeah, he's kind of the head of.
Can't find a nicer, more approachable person too.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the Yarny guy. Both of them should be friends.
Just read his blog posts. In one of them, he outright says, "This game is not so like this, and this. This is what our game is. If you were expecting something different, then." He also talks about they're going to be doing constantly adding new patches, which we can get into if you want.
Oh, yeah, we will.
This is what the game is. It's a space exploration game. There is some space combat. There is some on-foot combat, and that's kind of cool. It's not supposed to be the main focus of the game. The main focus of the game is an exploration game.
I would imagine something akin to Minecraft where exploration and building your own things is more the focus. There just happens to be combat in there to stoke that.
I think it's dangerous to even... What's difficult, we try and explain games by explaining games, right? So we'll be like, oh, Dark Souls, it's just like Legend of Zelda meets this, right? It's really complex.
Yeah, Dark Souls is like Dark Souls.
Sure. I mean, right, Dark Souls kind of spun out its own thing, right? But if you take a look at when Demon Souls came out, people tried to explain what Demon Souls was.
Yeah.
And that's why it just really never garnered the right amount of stuff. But then when Dark Souls 1 came out, people were like, this is the sequel to Demon Souls, fine. Mm-hmm. But for example, when Darksiders came out, everyone literally said it's a dark version of Legend of Zelda. That's what everyone explained it. And so I think for this game, No Man's Sky, I really wouldn't even try.
Yeah, don't make the full.
It's not Minecraft. No. Minecraft, you break apart anything and build anything. That's not this game. You're not building a home out of bricks, or out of the dirt you just dug up.
You're not going to be mining.
Also, right now there is no crafting in the world. You can craft equipment.
Yeah.
And craft certain items for you to use, but there's no. Although in a new patch,
I heard base
they're going to be adding base
stations.
Not right now. But it's not at all crafting like Minecraft is.
Yeah, so let's dive into I'm going to try and give you guys my really quick review. It's going to be kind of difficult, and then maybe you can do the same thing again without kind of spoiling as much. And then I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what we might see in the future and why really the big reason why I'm so excited. We had talked about this a little bit before. So as a quick review as I can give you. No Man's Sky is an exploration game, and if you're interested in exploration in any sense of going into a world, being able to dissect it in terms of understanding it, and then possibly trying to, maybe buff up who you are as the person who's going out in space. So getting a ship, maybe finding new ships, finding different I don't want to spoil, finding different things in that universe and interacting with them in specific ways. Finding new, multi-tools, which are
interacting with aliens. You can say that.
Yeah. Interacting with aliens, that kind of stuff. I think you're gonna enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're gonna jump in, I love the game. There we go. I said it. I love the game. If I had to give this game a rating, which I wouldn't, it'd be great. It'd be like 7 out of 10.
Actually, for our scale, how much would you have paid for this so far?
So this is where it gets complicated.
Where it is right now.
This is where it gets this is where it gets complicated. So I guess, before we jump into kind of what your thoughts are, the issue with this is that I am an early adopter. Understand this, know this about me. I will buy a game early and give it credit if I know that the game is going somewhere. Perfect example, Destiny.
I was about to bring up the entire Destiny line. I remember when you sat down and told me, this game is going to be great.
Yep.
And lo and behold, years later, he's like, this is one of the best things content-wise to jump in right now if you do have
if you've never played Destiny, go buy the newest version. The newest version, Rise of Iron. What? It's you! It changes the game again! It's literally one of the best first-person shooters ever. It has so much content, and it's so much fun to shoot stuff. I remember, Minecraft is the best tangent. Minecraft is the best place for me to hang out with my friends. Terraria. One of the best games for me to hang out with my friends. Mm. You and I know this on a very good, me and him, me and Peaches have gone up and down. Our friendship's been all over the place. And I remember one time I went home and we were like, we need to play a game. We played a game and our friendship was really great that year. We played a ton of Minecraft and a ton of Terraria and it was great. Elizabeth Kate, I know her really well because we sat there and played Minecraft for hours one time. Those are the kinds of games that really, you hang out in. And you're not okay guys, it's time to roleplay real hard and do all this stuff. Come on, let's win. That's not Minecraft. You can roleplay, but you're not gonna alright guys, go right, go left, go kill that creeper. What? Slow your roll. We're just trying to mine resources and build a house.
Did you really just make a butt on my castle?
No. Right. Right. Just do what you want to do kind of thing. In Destiny, it started to become that way. After I beat the game, which unfortunately the baseline of Destiny was bad. You beat the game and you're this boss was easier than the first boss.
I thought the final boss, I didn't know that was the final boss. I was
right. Everyone felt the same way. And then at the end, the classic line of, there's no time to explain this entire game, take this weapon, goodbye. That was the end of the game. Yeah, and everyone was like, this is terrible. And I remember I sat there and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I went online and I remember the first thing that I found was, can't remember his name, but Deej, community manager, was basically, we understand that you guys hate this. We're going to make it better. And I was like, I believe in Bungie. I believe in these guys. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I remember I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I gave Ubisoft the benefit of the doubt. And I consistently give them the benefit of the doubt. Because I'm an early adopter. And so, I'll grab a game.
Also, he needs to be that so I can stay sane.
Yeah. I mean, look, a game, I was that for Suicide Squad. I was like, I'm going to watch that movie, dude. I was like, Will Smith's in it, I'm going to watch it.
This happens all the time. So, whenever, a DC movie comes out, I was like, I'm going to watch it. I'm like, it's going to be crap. And then, lo and behold, what happens?
And I never watch it because then he watches it and tells me it's awful. Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. I think, anyway, sorry, going all over the place. Destiny, the reason I was saying that is because in the long run, Destiny was this game is trash, and now it's really great, and it's great. It was good, and then when everyone beat it, it was trash. And when it was trash, everybody just kind of hung out. Some people stayed. Myself, Ballistic Phoenix, hung out. We just hung out.
I'm picturing a bunch of people in garbage cans,
that was us. We were just jumping around in the same area, just shooting things. We would literally just spend hours running around farming for material because it was more fun shooting things than mining things, and we would just hang out. And that was for Destiny. But again, my point was just the fact that was the rise of Destiny. The rise of Iron.
Oh, damn it, you beat me to it.
That's the point, right? Is that the game has been so good now, and I'm on a huge hype train for Destiny 2. You will see videos on this channel for Destiny 2 because I'm excited. I hated sci-fi until Destiny came out. right? I mean, like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like playing it. I didn't like playing any sci-fi games until Destiny came out. All of a sudden, I really liked it. Now I'm in love with No Man's Sky. And to bridge back to No Man's Sky, apologies for going all over the place. No Man's Sky right now is not for the average person worth $60.
Sure.
For the average person, it's not. For me, 100%.
We're not average.
I put $60 into. Actually, and remind you, just as a reminder, I don't pay $60 for my games. I pay $48 for them. On Amazon. Got Amazon Prime. Here it is right now. I'm a digital guy, but when it's cheaper somewhere else, I go for the cheaper one. I have physical games now because Amazon told me that they're cheaper.
That's weird seeing discs here. That's so strange.
They're cheaper. They're $84. There's no way I'm paying $60. So yeah, I bought this game for $84. I think it was 48. Big difference. So I bought the game for cheaper, and I still think and I think even if I bought it for 60, I think it was completely worth it for me, because when I play the game, I knew what I was ready for, and I'm not even going to really play it. You'll be surprised, but like, no, you're not going to be surprised. I probably won't even play it as much as I'd like to, because there will be Overwatch to be played. There will be, at some point, Uncharted 4 to be played. At some point, I'll go back to Paragon. At some point, I'll finally beat The Witcher. At some point, I'll finally beat MGS5. There are games that I want to beat. And
also a year down the line, you're going to have that validation and be like, oh, you think this was good. You should have seen this game a year ago, just like the way the Destiny was.
Right. And I think, and that's kind of the final point I want to make, is just the fact that this game is going to get better. Like, first of all, there's two reasons. One, Sean Murray loves this game. Hello Games loves this game.
There's a lot of passion.
Day one patch changed the game completely.
Literally day one.
Day one patch. Like people had played the game beforehand. People had the game physically beforehand and were playing it. And then he was like, you guys can keep playing it, but day one patch completely changed everything. He's gonna do it again. He's already mentioned
that nice of a man, like taking an atom bomb, like, whoa, that was nice, but the Big Bang, you might say. Like another Big Bang. For
It's not even just day one patch. They're just like, yeah, and we already have another patch planned.
Yeah, I mean,
which is not just like fixing a few bugs, like base building. And then they're gonna add, you can shoot freighters now.
Yeah, I mean,
I can have a pair of butt cheeks floating in space that I can live in. That'll be fine.
I think it's going to be awesome. I think the idea, number one is because of that, right? The love that Sean Murray and Hello Games had for this game, and I think the vision that they have for this game. The second thing is that PlayStation put a ton of money into it.
Oh yeah,
they put a ton of money into it. They put a ton of time into it. As in, when I say a ton of time, equates to some minutes on the E3 floor, and so multiple times. Mm-hmm. And so that means this is not a PlayStation property, but for all intents and purposes, it is. And
they're treating it like a first-party game. Dude.
They put a lot of money into it.
I read one of the blogs. They said they're working with the Sony QA team.
Yeah. I mean, they work hard with PlayStation. PlayStation wants them to do as much as they can, and the hype expectation made it so. I'm assuming, and I actually go off of this with Kind of Funny Games, the PS I Love You, XOXO, Greg Miller, Con Moriarty, they mentioned that they were like, yeah, this game isn't going to be just where it is, because they had to they made expectations too large, for better or for worse. And I think for us, for people who are already happy with the game, for better, because that means in the future we're going to get more and more stuff, and they have competition, right? Like Destiny 2 is going to come out. The new expansion for Destiny is going to come
Eventually, Star Citizen will come out.
Yes, yeah, right. There's a whole bunch of Star games, space, sci-fi, very similar games coming out. They have to compete in that space. Don't be confused. This isn't just a small indie title that some guy wanted to make. No, this is PlayStation put a whole bunch of money into it and was like, we want this to succeed. So now they have to compete. And so I think, and if they don't compete, they don't compete. And
which means I'm looking forward to the conferences of being Sean Murray going on stage, him pulling up a controller, and then showing the features on the show floor, and then leaving. Yeah, and then saying yeah, it's available now.
Yeah, base build. I mean, I think you're gonna see I think you may even see this game is 7 point some gigs.
No, it's 2.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tiny.
2.5.
5 gigs. You're looking forward to
At least on PC, it's 2.5.
All right. Well, it's lower. It's lower than the 50 of every other game that I have. Warframe. I'm looking at you.
But part of it is because it's procedurally generated.
Sure, but I mean, whatever. I don't understand any of it. But all I'm saying is it's tiny. They've got a lot of space to add in whatever they want.
They have a lot of space.
Haha. So they can add in, they can add in base builder, they can add in factions, they can add in, space stations that you can build. They can add in, super crazy battles and stuff, which they already added in, giant space battles that can get really insane. So
yeah, they increase the chance of finding one, right?
Yep. Yeah. And they get bigger. They get a lot bigger now. So there's a lot of interesting things out there in this game, and I think if you're willing, if you're interested in exploration and adventure, get it. If you're not willing to make that $60 leap into faith, because it's a faith jump you're making, like, if you believe in this game and you believe in what these guys are saying, if you believe in me,
call me forever the rapper is like, you gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
All this conversation did was make me more excited to get it.
Yeah, tamper your expectations and get excited to explore. And if you want more, then wait. I think that's the best way.
Give feedback.
Yeah,
because they clearly listen. Yeah. For example, the PC release was not a disaster, but it wasn't great. And you're
still playing it. Like, you still invested so much time in it.
I'm getting kind of frustrated because there's some performance issues. Like, I have a GTX 970 in my computer. There shouldn't be performance issues. Right. But, there are issues with it, and they've already said, we are instantly working on fixing these. They care. They are going to listen to people. And just two things. I think if you're there's potential to be disappointed by it, it's kind of like I was saying to you, it's kind of like, at minimum, a $60 really cool art project.
Wow.
Is what I said. And so I think you would appreciate it.
That made me excited. Yes.
Yeah. And also, you just read the blogs by Sean Murray, and just like he talks about. I'm pretty sure I actually read it today. He was saying. Talking about people with their expectations, and he was saying it might not be the game people expected right now because of what expectations were put, but it could be in the future. Yeah. As in, it is a dedication to keep going and keep improving the game. Who knows how long they're going to keep improving the game, but I have confidence that they're going to really try to make it better and constantly keep making it
there's only like 18, 20 of them. Be nice. Like, it's going to take time.
Yes, of course. Yeah. But they seem to be actually very passionate and dedicated to making the game.
Oh yeah.
When the game dropped, I remember hearing that, usually when a game drops, you take a little bit of a vacation for a second because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, right? They did.
No, a lot of the team came right back and said, we've got time, we might as well keep working. And they kept working, and that's why patch 1 dropped, which the day 1 patch was crazy. So
that's like, does that happen ever?
Day 1 patches happen all the time, but usually it's bugs, right? It's bugs, like little tiny things. Like,
but this wasn't just bugs.
This was content.
Settlement happiness. Looking at you, Bethesda. See if they can make a freaking universe. There's no reason why you can't fix your settlement happiness in that game. Give me my platinum, please.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
So I mean, I hope this was a good conversation for you guys. I mean, I think we've got a little bit more time, and so I do want to kind of talk a little bit more about yourself, so people can learn a little bit more about you, your background. I also wanted to talk a little bit about something else since we had mentioned it. So we'll do a quick little segue here. You mentioned Bethesda. There's some interesting things coming out of some news about Bethesda.
There's only one thing that matters.
Did want to mention, by the way, long time ago, and I know these guys aren't watching this, but this was 3-4 years ago now. 3 years ago now, maybe. I was working at Purdue, my old school, and I was working with some awesome guys at ITAC, which is the kind of the technology sector of Purdue. And actually, I think I might have started the channel like originally, like back in, so none of you guys would know. But this was like back in the day when we did like our first, that one video where you interviewed me, and it was like, if you don't remember, I got the videos for it. I'll show you later.
No, that's okay.
Really cringeworthy stuff. But I had this huge conversation with these guys. We were all huge nerds. Tabletop nerds, gaming nerds, console nerds, PC nerds, MMO nerds, like really big nerds. And we're just sitting there chatting about Elder Scrolls. And Elder Scrolls Online had just released, probably a little bit beforehand. And they were like, I wonder when the next Elder Scrolls is going to come out. And they were like, next year. And I was like, you guys are wrong. So I was like, guys, it's not going to come out in the next 2 years. And they're like, no, you're wrong, dude. I was like, no. And I'm the only one saying that this is, I was like, no, guys.
Todd Howard somewhere sipping wine, be like, no, we got doodles on napkins right now.
Listen, Elder Scrolls is a big franchise here. And if you guys don't know what I'm getting at, there's been a lot of news, basically people freaking out about Elder Scrolls 6, being like, oh my god, Elder Scrolls 6, when's it going to come out? And basically Todd Howard, right?
With a glass of wine.
Comes out, he comes out, he about 3 or 4 times now in the public eye and has gone, this game is not coming out anytime soon.
I will tweet you pictures of our desk and our rooms, like there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm okay with this.
I'm 100% okay with that.
Skyrim's coming back out?
The first game that I got for Xbox 360, I think I got Xbox 360 when it came out, was Oblivion.
Yeah.
It took them 5 years.
I've seen you in my dreams.
They spent 5 years making that game.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Curb your enthusiasm, alright?
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Plus, Rockstar is like, wow, there's a nice little gap in the open world space you got there. How do you like them cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, I think
your time will be filled.
I'm excited. I love Bethesda as a studio, mainly because of their lore and their ability to create worlds, not necessarily because of their
technical prowess.
Yeah, not because of their technical prowess is fairly fantastic as well, but not how clean it is. Like, it's not very clean, right? All their games are very.
It is a wonder that you're having so many hidden things and so many moving parts all at once.
Yeah.
But man, was it fun playing Skyrim at 20 frames per second on PS3. That was a nightmare.
And just obviously it's not as relevant to a console player, but the fact that you can mod the games and not just like little mods. Not just like
redo the whole
graphic enhancements. Yeah. You can literally create a whole other Skyrim in the game. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's seriously like, I love them for that.
Yeah, I mean, it is basically irrelevant to the console crowd. Yeah. And even with the Skyrim remastered coming out
and mod support and stuff, I don't see that
still kind of irrelevant, right? Because it's too
like
big.
Mod support.
Yeah.
It's going to be a few mods. It's not going to be
I think it'll be good. The Fallout mod support has been getting better. And now they're just going to basically perfect it for Skyrim. And I think when that happens, it'll give us the amount of time. It'll give us enough to work with, right?
I'll say this right now. The only thing that I want for Elder Scrolls 6, if you give me a voice again, you're dead to me, Todd Howard. Don't give me a voice. You keep that voice out of it. Because the way I play, okay, so I want to know real quick, just really quick, bite-sized sentences, how do you play Elder Scrolls? Me, I take a character and I 1000% roleplay. How they would do things, I decide on a character, I want to make, okay, so I want to make, the best assassin ever. I'm going to join a Thieves Guild, I'm going to join the Dark Brotherhood, I'm going to, be a mercenary for hire, and I'm going to be, kind of a neutral, chaotic, evil sort of character. And, I had that character's voice in my mind, and that's how I eat 3 meals a day. I go hardcore in how much I will play. Fallout, I cannot do that because of that damn voice. It ruins, the entire way that I play a Bethesda game, fun fact. And of course I didn't realize that until very recently when I go back into it. I was like, I'm just gonna make a couple characters and have fun. That's the way that I would with Skyrim. I'm like, nope, this is a freaking disaster. So there was a bit of me today, it's like, oh, well, I have some spare money. Maybe I'll buy some of that Fallout 4 DLC. No, don't do it. Don't do it, just wait. So that's why I'm excited to go back into Skyrim, because in fact, that was the first game I've ever platinumed. Got all the trophies in. Loser! But I'll be able to, I can't wait to actually have, that world. Because you talk about games where you have games where you hang out in. Skyrim was that for me. because I like...
Where you hang out with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I just like to be alone. Like, be in this world that I created for myself. So, how do you play your Elder Scrolls?
I'll let Anthony answer it first.
Yeah, how do you play Elder Scrolls?
I join every guild.
Sure.
Literally every guild.
You're more of a completionist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Kind of.
So it doesn't matter if you're a big, like, broadsword, you're going to be like, nope. Mage College. Let's see what this is about.
I'm not a complete completionist. Like, I don't do every single stupid little quest if it's not actually a worthy quest. If it's just
careful about using the word stupid because he has completed every little
I have
stupid quest.
Some of them are very stupid.
Yeah.
My goat ran away. Help me.
Yeah.
This is a procedurally generated quest. That way we have infinite quests in the game.
Oh, thank God. Like, I mean, in Fallout 4, you literally can't. It's just like another settlement, another settlement, another settlement. Like, it's impossible to actually...
I was like Preston, as soon as I find a way to snipe you, like, your ass is grass.
Yeah, so I do pretty much everything when I play. Sometimes I only make like 1 or 2 characters.
Do you have a favorite way to play? Like, I love bow and arrow, I love sneaking. Like, I love sneaking.
I typically do bow and arrow or mage.
I don't know what it is about their bow mechanics, but it just works. It's just so good.
Wow, Skyrim's worked.
When I played Oblivion and I had the mods.
Yeah, you needed mods.
I created a bow that had like 10 billion speed, like it was as fast as it could go, and then had like shit tons of damage. And so I would be on like one side of a town, and I could see someone on the exact opposite side of town, and like pull back the bow, instantly hit them because it would just go so fast.
Cheater.
The arrow would just go so fast. And like the person would just like
the
physics engine would just go like
So this is a world where you like to tinker around with.
That's why I love the mod so much.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm a software engineer.
As for myself, I'm not an immersion guy. It's the only reason that I like love like Oblivion. I was lost. Like, I got lost in that game. Like, I, like, started it, and, like, my eyes went wide, and then there was, like, going. Like, I was just in the game, and, like, there was nothing else. And I just roamed around for hours, doing whatever.
Reading books, slow walking, panning the
Definitely did not read books. But, I immersion, right? I was immersed. So I don't role play. I am who I am in that world. So it's interesting, because I literally just, like, jump in and like become whoever I'm supposed to be, which is like
you just let it fit for you. Then.
Yeah, I just go, like it just happens. Like I don't even like sure. Like in the beginning, I'm like, oh, what should I name my character? I'll name it the Aurora Gear or Sapphire or something.
I spent like an hour in that character creation screen at minimum.
Yeah, so like for me, I'll like customize my character and stuff, and then I'm gone. Like then the second like
character customization you need is chest 100%.
Oh my god!
You can't even do that. Can you do that in Skyrim?
No,
I don't know.
Dark Souls
some games you can. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So for me, like I just sit there and I like I kind of zone. Like I don't know. I just kind of zone out and like I'm just in the game for like.
Whoa! I've been playing this for 50 hours. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that's definitely what I did.
That was the problem actually with Skyrim. Was that when I played Skyrim, I played it on my PS4 or PS3, excuse me. And it wouldn't work. So I would like play it, I'd start to get immersed, and then like
freeze and
like you'd warp halfway across the map, like, and then like a dragon would eat you, but you never saw it happen, and it was just
it was a disaster.
It was just bad. So I
platinumed it. So like, can you imagine my grueling? Like,
yeah, but you started off playing games like the Wii.
That's true.
At 10 FPS.
You played Red Steel.
I did.
You killed Sasuke 1,000,000 times.
I did kill Sasuke.
So for me, I was playing like high quality game. I'm just kidding, but it was tough. It was tough. Oblivion, on the other hand, I played on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and Oblivion was amazing. Oblivion just ran well. It was just great. It was actually better. It was arguably better on Xbox 360. Yeah.
But that's the console ports of their big RPGs typically run better on Microsoft machines. Which is new.
Which is a new thing. It started with Oblivion. Oblivion is kind of like when all of a sudden they were like mass adoption, right? Oblivion was the mass adoption.
Oblivion was big because it was different.
Yeah, it was.
That leveling system really messed with my head, though. I was like, whoa, I don't understand how the scaling works, and I didn't like it. Really confused.
And that's because you started with Skyrim, though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
don't go back tomorrow.
Right.
God forbid.
Just
you'll be very confused.
I loved, and I just like the fact that I had to go to sleep. Like you role play it. Like they just forced me to go to sleep, so it kind of forced me to role play it. You know what I mean? It forced me to get more immersed. I was like, oh man, I was like, and I was like, something inside me makes me feel like I'm stronger. And then I'd like go run to like a bedroll, and some guy'd be like, hey, you, that's my bed. I'm strong.
It's not owned anymore,
right? Like it was just like there's something about that. So yeah, I think if that answers your question. So I mean, I can do the same thing in many games. Like I do the same thing in No Man's Sky. In No Man's Sky, I'm out. Like in No Man's Sky, I yesterday waiting for you. I just sat there like exhausted. I was exhausted last night, and I was just like, let's keep mining. I must keep mining.
Took me 5 hours to get up here, so I'd imagine you sat down.
That was
I'm outside.
That was me last night.
More plutonium.
I went to bed at 2.
I need more plutonium. Now I have too much plutonium. Now I ran out of plutonium again. I don't understand. Yeah.
So Doc Brown in Back to the Future. I'm sure that in the future there's going to be a plutonium in every corner drugstore, but here it's very hard to find.
It's very abundant.
It's very abundant. Yeah. Like worth a lot of money for some reason. But yeah. Anyway, so I know we went on a bit of a tangent there, but yes, Bethesda not creating Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, but is coming at some point. But they've got a lot of other IP coming out, which I'm really excited for. Right. Prey is coming out. Dishonored 2 is coming out.
That's hype.
Yeah, both I'm really excited for. Their first person worlds are always great. Can't wait to play Doom finally, now that you're here.
Oh yeah.
A lot of games, and they're kind of hinting at other like IP. They're like, yeah, we've got some things in the works, guys. Leave us alone. So I think they now have
Fallout 2.
They now have Fallout 4,
Elder Scrolls Kart.
Oh yeah, the TCG.
No, he said Elder Scrolls Kart.
Oh,
like
Elder Scrolls Kart,
like Mario Kart.
Jeez,
hands to your account, sneak thief.
The Lumberjack.
I mean, Sheogorath is the most OP character in Elder Scrolls Kart right now. Like, it's no one ever picks anything else.
Do people play that game? Is that out?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Interesting.
The new Elder Scrolls
card game. Yeah. So I mean,
I said cart. I was following along with the joke. I thought you were literally hemming me on with this carts joke.
Oh, awkward. So, Elder Scrolls making a lot of new games, a lot of new IP coming out. I'm excited for all that. Elder Scrolls, I'm in Bethesda. So we'll see what happens. All right. Before we go and hit the hour mark, let's start and quickly finish. I apologize. We went off on the tangent. A little bit more about Anthony. Anthony, we know what you're playing now. We know what you played a little bit in the past. Give us the rundown, the 5-minute rundown on how you even got started in gaming.
Well, I come from humble beginnings. I started off with
a maximum PC.
Oh my god!
Titan X 50 million.
No, I started with PS1.
Cool.
As we all did.
PlayStation 1.
I didn't start with PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
We've talked about our history on games before.
I actually started with the Atari.
No.
Whoa.
Started with PS1, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Cool Borders, Tony Hawk. All those well-known PlayStation 1 games. Got a Game Boy Color. First game for that was Pokemon, of course.
Which one? 100%.
Red.
Pokemon Silver was my first, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was kind
of
sad that I didn't get Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, I started with Pokemon Yellow.
I was jealous.
Actually, I think I had like green or something weird, like the Japanese one or something. Something went wrong, and then I got yellow.
Huh.
Fun fact.
Yeah, slowly, eventually got a Game Boy Advanced SP.
The one with the backlight. Remember, kids?
Oh,
screens didn't always have light, which I know that's going to confuse. Like, think about this. Like, little screens. I know it's confusing, but
just imagine
you couldn't see a screen.
If you have a smartphone and you turn the brightness all the way down, just imagine that
all the time.
Yes. So
you want to play Game Boy in your car, but it's late at night and you're like in the street lights pass by and you're like,
you're waiting for the street lights.
Here's the Game Boy Advance. The little light. You guys
I
ever
had one of those.
The purple light.
I had one of those for the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
But the SP blew your mind. It's like, I can see this all the time. I can play like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga all day.
Yes.
I don't have to put batteries in it. Like,
it's great. That's great. Anyway.
And my battery was all weird. Like, it would go green, and then it would go red, and then it would be like, oh, no, I'm going to go green again. It's just like...
Actually, my SP was the...
infinite charge.
I had the classic SP. The one that looked like the NES.
wow.
I had like the classic anniversary edition of the Game Boy SP. I was really proud of that.
Mine was a purple-blue clamshell.
And then, family was not like my parents didn't go out and buy me consoles or anything, but eventually when the Xbox 360 came out, I think we got it the December of that year.
So did you jump from PS1 and Game Boys to Xbox 360?
Your brain must have exploded.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if that was before or after I got my first PC, which my first PC was like just a Dell. It was not for gaming. Could not game on it.
Did you play games on like kids games like?
I played Team Fortress.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh yeah. I mean, when I had
going on free flash games.
When I had my old Mac computer, which is like my parents' old computer, and they bought a new one. Reader Rabbit and all those other educational games.
Yeah.
Math Blasters,
Sonic 2. Not Sonic.
Here we go, Sonic.
No, literally just educational games.
Yeah. Wow. Mavis Bacon.
Typing simulators, like
for anyone that knows the game Hexen. It's a.
None of these kids are gonna know.
It was a rated M game,
Whoa,
and it was like on one of my dad's random like discs of stuff.
Floppy disks.
Yeah, what is this?
And like I would always sneak into his part and like get it and put it in my computer and play it, and then would get mad at me anyway.
Do you even know what a floppy disk is?
It wasn't a floppy disk.
Okay,
I don't even know what discs are. We're not that far.
And then eventually I built my own PC. That was like freshman year maybe of college. So it really wasn't even that long ago.
So let's take a step back to the Xbox. What games were you playing on Xbox?
First game we got was Oblivion. Pretty sure it was the only game when we got the Xbox 360.
That's pretty crazy.
It was amazing.
That is crazy.
Oh, it was an amazing experience. It was just like, this is... I've never done this.
Patrick Stewart in your face, like, this is so real.
I didn't even know it was Patrick Stewart. That game that I told you about, the Elemental game.
Oh yeah. The one that
where you're like this girl and you can turn into all these different creatures of different elements.
It was the game that you'd go to Target and it was shown.
Like it was with the Xbox 360.
When you looked at the Xbox 360 at Target or Walmart, there were 2 games that would show. Actually, I think 3. I think it was that game, the game you're talking about, where it was a girl. It was basically like Ben 10, but like with a girl.
Sounds badass.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog 2000 and whatever. Like it was literally just called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Viva Pinata was everywhere with those demos too.
Yeah, Viva Pinata was out there, but it wasn't at launch though.
No.
And then there was, I think, a King Kong. I think it was like those 3 games.
Oh, I did play King Kong.
I do remember Sonic. I think it was 2002 or something or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm missing 2002, 2007, I guess. But it was like Sonic the Hedgehog. And that was it.
That was 2006.
Yeah, that one. That was like a launch title-ish or something.
But and then we also got one of my favorite games was Gears of War.
Yeah, obviously classic,
especially when that came out.
100%. Sorry, I'm just copying it.
And then Gears of War 2. What else?
Which I'm assuming you got from Colin.
Perfect Dark Zero, which no one's gonna know what Perfect Dark Zero is.
That's a popular game. Well, it was. I assume none of these guys are gonna know. But
shout out to Rare.
Yeah. I can't really remember what other kind of stuff.
Legend of Dragoon.
No.
Blue Dragon.
That's PS1, isn't it?
I meant to say Blue Dragon.
Although I do remember PS1, there was the Mega Man X games I had on PS1.
Yeah.
Those were awesome. Platform games.
They are awesome.
Yeah. Then I don't really remember all the other games. I played a lot. I played like some shooters and stuff and action games.
Did you ever jump into Halo or?
No, I never actually owned it.
Half-Life.
I played.
Right. Go ahead.
I did play. Oh yeah. I got the whole orange box. Portal, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like so unique. The Half-Life 2 games, obviously.
Just played. I didn't even mention that. Just played Black Mesa, which is the remake of Half-Life 1. Very interesting.
But in like the Half-Life 2 engine, I think.
Yeah. Very, very, very.
Some of the commentary and stuff by random people.
No, it's just the game. You can probably turn on commentary or something. But
there's like collectible like commentary that you can find like around the world. Like that might be like a Half-Life 2 thing. I remember reading about that somewhere.
I don't know.
Those games. That's when I got into Team Fortress.
Obviously.
Which was awesome, of course. And they've like done so much for that game since it came out. It's crazy, and now it's free to play. That was kind of my Xbox 360 experience. And then I got into PC gaming, played Team Fortress 2 for a while because I didn't have any money and it was free to play. So literally just playing Team Fortress 2 and other free games. Might have done some sketchy stuff and played some other games that weren't exactly free.
We all did.
Many games, not gonna lie. And it was only my freshman year when I actually bought a PC and I got some actually paid for some games. Had the money to. That's when I got into like Dark Souls, which I absolutely love the Dark Souls series.
Same.
But you're not cool if you didn't play Demon Souls 1.
Yeah, because I never had a PS3, man.
Yeah, that's where you messed up.
Like, I also would have played Shadow of Colossus if I had a PS2.
That's where you messed up. If you want to play Shadow of the Colossus, just get Castlevania, Lord of Shadows 1.
But I want to play Shadows of Colossus.
Yeah, just get Castlevania, Lords of Shadows 1. Don't buy the second one. That's a bad idea.
Dark Souls, Portal 2, I can't think of anything else that sticks out.
The Mass Effect trilogy.
Mass Effect trilogy, which I played twice now, because it's awesome. The story is just so awesome, and Andromeda is going to come out soon.
You must be really excited for that.
Just like with No Man's Sky, I haven't really been following.
There's not much out.
Yeah,
you'll know.
Yeah,
4 seconds of gameplay we got.
Not even.
Jeez.
It's like not even real. It's not even like it was like slowed down. It's really 2 seconds slowed down.
Maybe I think Star Wars game is more real than Andromeda right now.
Yeah. Also, Gears of War 3 and Xbox 360, but yeah, that's Gears of War trilogy. What else? Ark. I got that game.
I cannot wait for Ark to be finished and come to
I played that game for like maybe a day, so I don't really play that game.
I mean, cool. Hey, if that's so.
I mean, I play like literally like any kind of game.
Yeah.
That isn't Hat's a Full Boyfriend.
Don't knock it till you try.
That isn't Sakura Clicker.
Sakura Clicker.
Do you know that game?
No,
it's literally just a bunch of anime girls with like practically no clothes on, and it's like one of those like you click. To fight. Yeah.
It doesn't have trophies, I'm not interested. But I will click some boobies.
It probably does have trophies. I'm going to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of games like that on PS4 now, so...
Yep.
Well, there is like 10 to 20 different Sakura games, which are all like literally the same thing.
Galagun has a good trophy, like a good platinum to go to at the end of that.
Probably does.
So, with all of that, this is Anthony. I'm Taxi. This is Vampire Peaches, your pal Peaches, or Hey There Peaches, depending on the social network. And this is Chain Gear, otherwise known as Chain Gear Game on Twitter, or Chain Gear Gaming everywhere else, or Brandon NM Davis on Instagram. So confusing. All in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The reason that this is so important is because this is the future of Chain Gear Gaming. I will at least live with this kid for a year.
It is the future of gaming as we know it.
True.
Yeah.
I'm going to at least live with this kid for a year minimum. I'm going to live with this kid for the next couple weeks. Or the next couple is like 2.5.
I'll be around for the rest of your life.
And then he'll be around, like, at least for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for the next couple months, minimum, you're going to see these guys around. And so let us know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below about what you'd like to see. You already know you're going to see some sandwich videos. You're going to see some Let's Plays. Of course, you'll see me online playing some Blacklight when the patch drops. But, there's a lot of stuff that can come out of this. We're really excited to kind of see where things are going to go. Obviously, we're going to play live video games. Maybe even get to see some things, just by Vampire Peaches. I don't know if you're comfortable with that, but just by Ein Taxi, otherwise known as Anthony. We'll figure out which one to call him sooner or later. And maybe you'll even see some other people come back, like Ballistic Phoenix. Who knows? But yeah, so that's really all I wanted to tell you guys about. I'm glad that you guys all showed up. Glad that you guys checked this out. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Tell your grandmother.
Tell your grandmother. My grandma watches this. Say hi in the comment section. Don't be rude.
Hi.
Alright. I'll see you guys online when the patch drops or when we live stream. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
No.
I'm gonna get some of that Spanish rice.
Good work, guys. Good work.
Spanish rice for a taco video?
I mean, to warm myself up. For taco video, right?